Hey everybody, Logan here. Yeah, it's a pretty slow news week for gaming hardware and controllers, except for, well, the Steam machine. And well, now we know that it's going to be rather expensive. All I can say is, I told you so. I told you so. But that's a topic for another video. Right now, we're talking about a new set of Nintendo Switch Pro controllers that are going to be wired and wireless, but this time officially licensed. So, following up with my other video, where Nintendo, after their update, that infamous update that kind of nerfed a few docks and controllers, just to touch on that topic, the controllers. Some of my controllers were completely nerfed. The ones that you had to connect first with a wire no longer worked wirelessly. They would not connect to wake up the console. They got nerfed. They only work with Switch One now. And some of the others, like the Gully Kits, I actually figured out a new pairing method, and that worked. But the initial pairing method that originally had to do did not work. So I'm still working and looking into others. As of the official ones and the officially licensed ones, they all work just fine now. So, but we knew the Nintendo Switch Pro 2 controller was going to work all right. Same thing with the GameCube one and the officially licensed Power A. But it really seemed to affect a lot of controllers, third party controllers with Wake Up. This isn't going to be the case with these controllers. These are from Turtle Beach. Now, the problem is Turtle Beach had acquired PDP, and I covered them in a couple of other videos. And since acquiring PDP, I honestly didn't think the PDP style of controllers, because they killed the PDP name, I didn't think they can get worse. Well, they've gotten worse, especially on the Xbox. So I'm very weary of their offerings for the Switch 2. Now, we have the first set, the wired ones, coming out in a matter of days. And hey, when you're watching this, the wired ones might already be out. I'm going to pass up on those and go for the wireless ones, especially the new Wave, because if you guys have seen my channel, there's a good chance you might have seen that video. It's my number one performing video on the channel. So I will be picking up the Turtle Beach, previously the PDP Wave, for the Switch 2 and possibly the Afterglow. There's also a plain black one. So let me show you these. I'm going to give you my opinion, tell you which ones I'm going to be picking up and when they release. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn that bell on for notifications so you know. But let's get into it. Let me show you the article now. So here it is. And it's not an article. Sorry, it's a listing from their website. And this is Turtle Beach's website. No, we're not talking about the Riff Master wireless guitar. See, it still says PDP. Ha. So we've got the Afterglow Wireless, which is not out yet, but they're all pre-ordered. This one probably gonna hit store shelves just like the rest of them. You've got the Afterglow Wave, you've got the standard wireless, and then you've got the wired ones right here. A lot of people are going to go after the wired ones because they're less than half of the wireless. Why is that? I don't know. $64.99 is a bit pricey, but if we look at let's take the standard wave and the wired wave and compare. So this is the big thing. If you look at both of them, you've got wireless and wired. This is their attempt to usurp Power A as the number one third-party controller company in the United States. Power A has done, well, what Nintendo didn't with putting out Hall effect sticks in their controllers. PDP says, hey, we're going to do one up on you, but they're also passing the buck. So if we look down here, wired, wireless, mappable buttons, 20-hour battery life. It's a little low. Most controllers right now are around 30. You got textured grips, RGB lighting, works with Switch, meaning Switch 1 and Switch 2. Did they really? That is it. That is the worst comparison. So one thing is here, we're going to click and show you a bit more. Let me show you the specs, the key features. Hall effect thumbsticks. So on the wired one, you get Hall effect. And then if we go back, you can't make your website easier. TMR thumbsticks. TMR for the wireless. That's going to be the big thing. So there's a possibility. Yeah, I probably should, shouldn't I? I should probably pick up both. One version of the wired, one version of the wireless. Yeah, so I'm probably going to pick up. I like the black. The blue is okay. The purple's nice. And the reason I don't like the white is the one that I originally reviewed for the Switch 1, but I'm not a big fan of the floating red square. It just sticks out. I think they should have put that in black, but hey. But white there. I might just get the black wireless and then get the blue or the purple wired. It's probably what I'll do, or I'll just buy whatever I can find because sometimes that happens. Now, if that's the case, I don't have a lot of high hopes for these controllers. PDP has really changed since they've been acquired by Turtle Beach, and they've, like I said, they've dropped the name completely, and now everything's just under Turtle Beach. But I'm hoping with these being not entry level pricing, we will get better performance. Now, keep in mind, you're not going to have any of your features that anybody wants. You're not going to have the rumble. I don't even know. Yeah, it has motion controls, so you're not going to have rumble, and you're not going to have wake up. So those are very important. So think about it this way: you are spending $65 on a wireless controller, and that's pretty much the same price you're going to get the Power A one if you go to Walmart or anywhere. I think it originally came out at 69, but every place I've seen it is 64. So priced competitively, they have Hall effect sticks in Power A's offering. Here you have TMR. Now, one thing I probably will do is once I get it, I will compare them and I will say, hey, which one is the superior one? So I'm hoping it turns out that these are much better than their predecessors, and it's going to get to the point where it's like, all right, good job here. Like, I want to say good job, but Turtle Beach has really let me down with their controllers. I like the Stealth Ultra, I like the Stealth Pivot, but everything else I've used of theirs has just been rather poor quality since then. Older controllers were rather cool, but right now, since they've acquired the PDP, anything else that was PDP associated back in the day has just been poor quality. I'm hoping this is different. Now, if we go back and take a look at, come on. Oh, wow. Thank you. So we have to go back over here. We'll go to controllers. We'll go to Nintendo Switch. And this is sold out. The wireless Afterglow, I knew was going to be pretty popular. The original one was popular, but here you can see no rumble motors. They just put in the weights, and then you can see the TMR modules. I'm not even sure if, yeah, you can't really see them. I'm pretty sure when you get them, you'll be able to see them, but clearly they've just added weights here to give you a better look. You've got two sets of the flappy paddles in the back, like the other ones. It's one panel, where on the other controllers, it has individual flappy paddles. So this is different enough. I don't know if it's going to be a make or break whether people buy this one. Keep in mind that glossy plastic can become annoying. I've mentioned that on previous iterations, but TMR 6, you got your motion controls, you got your C button. It's almost everything you want. But without wake up. We know when you see the official licensing, you're not going to have wake up. So, and no rumble. That's the only thing that sucks. But that's how Nintendo goes, hey, if you want the full featured experience, you got to buy ours. So, what do you guys think of this? Do you plan on picking up any of these? Again, I'm probably going to be picking up at least the Afterglow and the Wave, and then one wired version as well, just for comparison's sake. and review them, because especially with the holidays coming up, Christmas, everybody wants this. The only thing is, these come out in December. So this one is December 1st for the Afterglow, and they all have different dates. The Afterglow Wave is December 15th, and it's November 24th for all the wired versions. So keep that in mind. This one you'll probably be seeing within the next couple of days. Now, when this releases, I'm actually no, I should be back in from being out of town. I am traveling just for a couple days, and not too far, but I will be picking this up, seeing if these are in store. And well, yeah, since I don't work with Turtle Beach, I have to buy them myself. So keep that in mind. I'll be reviewing them as soon as I get my grubby little hands on them. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless each and every one of you. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.